Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Scott from MuscularStrength.com, and today we're going to talk about some myths surrounding abs and whether or not training them every day will result in the six-pack you've always dreamed of having. Well, guys, the short answer is no. But stay tuned because it goes far beyond just muscle recovery and rest days. Let me explain. Here's the problem, guys. Let's say you're actually dead set on developing a great six-pack by only training with sit-ups. Let's even say you understand the basics of biomechanics and muscle growth, and you decide to apply things like progressive overload, time under tension, and increased volume in your sit-up training. But even with all of that, it's still naive to think that you're going to develop a complete six-pack with only sit-ups. This is because the actual movement pattern of a sit-up is just one of the 6 main functions of your core, and selectively training only one function as hard as you can daily will quickly lead you nowhere, aside from being really good at sit-ups. Even if you gradually increase resistance by adding more weight, taking less breaks between sets, doing more reps or sets, or even doing them more often, your six-pack will not come any faster. Now, it is true that you can train your abs more often because the entire core is a group of strong muscles that are constantly firing and activating all day and night, which means their potential for recovery is not the same as, say, your chest and arms. And trust me when I say that theoretically, your abs can take the abuse of being trained every single day with sit-ups, even if you're progressively overloading and incorporating advanced training techniques. However, the problem is that doing nothing but sit-ups every day is the definition of one-dimensional training. As I said earlier, your core is comprised of many different muscles, each with different functions and ranges of motion. The sit-up belongs in the first of 6 main categories of abdominal exercises, and that category is simply flexing the upper body with your lower body remaining motionless. But to dive deeper into that, I need to quickly go over all 6 main functions of the abs so that you can finally build that fully defined and developed six-pack you've always wanted. Function number 1, flexing the upper body while the lower body remains still. Some examples of this function are the sit-up, and my favorite, the ab pull-down. Both are amazing exercises. Function number 2, flexing the lower body while the upper body remains still. And I'm sure you are all familiar with the exercise such as a hanging leg raise or the reverse crunch. That fits this category. Function number 3, twisting the upper body while the lower body remains still. These are exercises like the Russian twist and wood chopper, which are actually some of my favorite exercises for obliques. In case you haven't noticed, there's a pattern here. I'm giving you guys my favorite exercises as examples. Function number 4, twisting the lower body while the upper body remains still. This includes exercises like the windshield wiper, which is insanely intense, or the floor wiper, which can be done holding a barbell or just some kind of sturdy object to stabilize your upper body. Function number 5 is bending the torso from side to side. Some of my favorite movements for this function are the dumbbell oblique crunch and the floor oblique crunch, both very easy to perform for anyone. And lastly, function number 6, which includes resisting the rotation, collapse, or extension of your body. This includes exercises like the planks and even movements like squats and deadlifts. And those are just the 6 main functions, guys. We're not even going deep into the numerous secondary functions or the combinations between those 6. For example, a bicycle crunch would be a combination of functions 1 and 3 because you're bringing your torso towards your legs while also twisting it. So my question to you is now this. Knowing how complicated your core truly is, and knowing that when it comes to muscle groups like the chest or arms, that you will most likely perform 3 to 5 exercises to target those muscle groups in different ways to maximize their growth, why would you believe that simply performing one exercise for your abs is the magic solution for a ripped six-pack? Guys, the truth of the matter is that in order to optimally build and develop your core, you need to train it in a smart and effective way, and here's what I would do. I divide my core up into 2 sections, but that's just my personal preference. Upper abs is the first one, and lower abs and obliques is the second one. And I always focus on training my abs about 4 times a week, and this is usually how it goes. And this is usually either supersetting with exercises I'm doing on those days or at the end of my workouts. On Monday, I try to hit upper abs. On Tuesday, I do lower abs and obliques. On Wednesday, I rest, and then I repeat. Thursday, upper abs. Friday, lower abs and obliques. Now, you don't have to do it this way. This just works for me because I want to emphasize my lower abs and obliques a bit more instead of cramming everything into a single workout. Also, Remember, the goal is to pick and perform a few different exercises that collectively utilize all 6 main functions of the abs instead of adopting a singular and one-dimensional way of thinking and training. And before anyone says anything, yes, I know the rectus abdominis the entire rectus abdominis is activated when training abs, but you can place more emphasis on specific areas of the rectus abdominis with specific movements, as we just went over with the 6 main functions. Anyone who says otherwise has never trained their abs properly with multiple movements before. I know summer is around the corner, guys, and I want to make sure you're all ready to show off those ripped abs. So in the meantime, I thought it would be fun for everyone to post a current progress photo on my website and my forums. I just posted mine, and I will add the link to my pinned comment below. The forums are free to use, and if you guys need any additional help, I am there daily answering questions and comments. If you guys enjoyed this information-packed video, be sure to smash that like button, and if you want more great tips like this, be sure to subscribe and click that stupid notification bell that YouTube claims ensures you guys get my notifications, but we all know is a big lie. I'll see you guys later.